How's everybody doing today? It is May 17th, 2020, a Sunday. We are super busy and super overloaded, so we haven't been getting the videos out, of course, as much as we probably would like to, but I wanted to see if I could do a quick rundown for our vlog on a video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and just kind of list everything that's through here for our own file, and also to show everybody maybe a piece of what we went up to. But these are white sweet potatoes and yellow sweet potatoes from the store. The store ones were harder to get to go. We got some more rooted inside and some out in the yard. This is a Reza and a Buena Mulata pepper we're trying to give away. This is 3 Atomic Grape tomato sprouts, 2 of Kiddo's corn, the purple and blue sister corn. This is 2 Aji lemon that are next to be transplanted out in the yard. Some clippings of tomatoes that are rooting. Del Cati squash that may make it into our yard or a family member's yard. There's 2 dwarf Mr. Snow tomatoes and 2 lemon ice. There's a Malabar spinach. Look at that. That is a really cool plant. Various pepper sprouts, the ones that haven't made it in the yard: Mary Cray Cross, lemon jalapeno, cherry bomb are still in here. A fish pepper's in here. Aji lemon, although that's actually up there. This is our lemon tree. One of them, we got it in a bucket, so we're going to try to grow that tree out a little bit better this summer, and then probably give it to a family member in a warmer zone than ours. There's 4 more dwarf tomatoes that have been transplanted into buckets. The Mr. Snow, lemon ice, purple heart, and peppermint stripes. Those are 4 or 5 ornamental peppers we just tossed in there real quick. They've already grabbed and are producing peppers. There's our all blue potatoes, doing really well. This is all of our tomato sprouts. We have 16 different varieties in here, and at least 11 will make it into our yard, but we haven't started transplanting yet. Various seed starts. There's burgundy okra, the B team on the peppers. We really want a Kourbaki in the yard, but we had a problem with the tray that we had the Kourbaki in, so they're struggling a little bit. Some Green River cantaloupe, some carrots that Kiddo planted, I think Purple Dragon, and a couple squash. Alright, and then the peppers, the very first pepper that made it into our yard is the Jedi F1 jalapeno, and we got those seeds from Sapper family, so thanks guys. The second ones to make it into our yard were the Buena Mulata. We got 2 plants in each of these. Then the Reza, 2 plants of that one. Then the Shishido. Then the Paper Lantern. That one's just Sugar Rush Peach. This one's a White Ghost. And this one's an Apocalypse Scorpion. So we got 7 more bins for the other 7 varieties that are back there ready to be transplanted. We'll probably put the okra in this one. That's got some golden oregano coming back, but it's not smelling at all really, so we're going to pull it up and put something else in this, probably more okra. There's Angel's Lemon Balm. She's harvested twice from it in the past week, I'd say. It's growing strong and really well. There's a tiny cherry tree, or cherry bush, I think it's called a Juliet. And we put some sweet basil, but it didn't really take off yet. That's spearmint and sweet mint, I think, together. This is our flower bucket. I believe that's an iris. I'm not sure, but I can kind of see that it's got the leaf things on it. We got this from just the bulbs from a market vendor last year. Put them in here, and they're coming up now, and I can't remember what they are, but I'm pretty sure that's a iris. So if Midwest knows, if he spots this video, if he'd let me know. Those are Sweet William flowers. These are hyacinths. Alright, here's where we planted the sweet potatoes. We also put parsley. No, we put thyme, because thyme's a really kind of a wispy herb that might be pest resistant for the sweet potatoes in here. But man, we got so many of these sweet potato sprouts and stuff. We're gonna have to give some of those away and transplant them, but those are starting to already grab. There's Angel's Golden Unanimous with some Cherokee wax beans. And I don't think that's pest, because I think they just got watered on top of a lot and ran into some issues sprouting, because it doesn't really look like chew marks. It looks like it's just been smashed and tried to grow like that before it opened. So that's a Golden Unanimous though. This is a Green Beauty boxwood shrub, and it's got last year's oregano. Oregano comes back for us every year. This is a Densiformis yew. This is chamomile and rosemary. We got these from Sprouts, and a couple of these are seeds of ours. So rosemary and chamomile. This is a Thai pumpkin. I can't pronounce the name of it. If I try to remember, I might put it in the comments, but it's like a 3 or 4 3-letter word name, so I'm not quite sure. That's pineapple sage. There's one of Kiddo's stalks of corn. There's a Dragon Age cucumber, and the blue and purple sister corn that Kiddo planted in there. This has also got chives in it, and this one's also got dill in it. I like dill because of the wispy leaves. It can help as it not only a pest resistant a little bit, but also the wispy leaves, it's hard for the bigger bugs to crawl on. So you got earwigs trying to get on your corn, you grow dill near your corn, it's really hard for them to navigate the dill's really kind of wispy leaf pattern, so they have problems climbing around on it, and it's a good kind of a companion or interplanting. This is a female flower on this Dragon Age cucumber. If you ever have problems with cucumbers, you notice that the starts are going, but they're never really taken off. They're going to that space. This is actually a female flower. The male flowers, see there, it doesn't have the little cucumber on it. That's not actually a forming cucumber unless that female flower gets pollinated by one of these male flowers. What we do is we take a paintbrush and we brush in and get some of the pollen off of the male flowers, and then put it onto the female flowers. And once that pollination happens, then it'll form the cucumber. Other than that, it's just to determine it's a female flower, but that won't grow unless it's been pollinated. So just to know, and it works a lot with squash, pumpkins, and cucumbers. All right, so took care of the battery problem. This is black cherry tomatoes. These bins are still empty. This is Cherokee purple tomatoes. Those are the first 2 to make it into our yard. More bins for stuff. This is where the tomatoes will go. They'll be relayed out to there. And that's where the peppers will go. This is a pumpkin pepper, this is an Oda pepper, and this is a Midwest Oda cross pepper. That's butter crunch lettuce, Brussels sprouts, Swiss chard. That is celosia, dark opal basil, tree lettuce, and a sprout of Mr. Stripey pineapple, just in case. We transplanted these just a minute ago. So that's the last of the pepper tray that'll be relayed out or given away. We set up in the center usually and transplant. This is dragon blood sedum that was trimmed from around the edge of this. There's Kiddo's nest of dragon's blood sedum and his little bird. Hens and chicks we've had for years. Tricolor sedum. In the back there's some more dragon blood sedum. And this is Essayons comfrey and Little Beans walking onions. Look at these little hats. It looks like maybe a Disney character's hair. They are doing really, really well. They come up to about my chest here. So it is May 17th. Sunday 2020. I don't know what I'm trying to show here, just lots of craziness. Love you guys, thanks for watching. Alright, I really wanted to add this at the end of this video. I'm not sure how it'll even turn out if my voice comes in. We're gonna hit about a few windy days with a cold drop. We're ready though. we've been working for years to get better and better at this. We grow every year as if it's our last, but wanted to take an opportunity to shout out another channel. Usually when I do shout outs, I feel a little bit odd or self-conscious, if that makes sense. My shout outs ain't really meant to promote anybody, and they're not really meant to name drop, if that makes any sense. I mean, ever since I thought Midwest would quit riding my coattails ever since he hit 20,000 subs, but he still calls me at like 3 o'clock in the morning asking why I shaved my beard and bugging me all the time about stuff. So I figure if I got an opportunity to tell a bunch of friends of mine hi and kind of push them or show them towards another one of us in this community. We have a friend in the real world. Her name is Lanita, and her channel is called La Need a Sup Herb, and I'll put the link down in the comment section. But we know this lady in the real world. She'd had about 7 subs for a few years, 9 now with me and Angel, but I know my friends out there might be interested. She's really knowledgeable about herbs. It's Lanita Subherb. Anyways, she's a friend of ours in the real world, runs the market, knows a lot about herbs, sells us tea and stuff like that every once in a while. A good friend of ours, so if you guys might be interested in that, maybe take a look at that channel and say hi from us. But this is UT and Angel, May 17th, 2020, Sunday. And hope you guys have a great week. We're locked in. Those onions are insane. Love you guys. Thanks tons.